What's up, guys? Taking a look at some more MLB and NBA player props today over on PrizePicks today on May 7th. Let's go ahead and hop straight into today's video. This video applies to PrizePicks, but also sportsbooks and other player prop sites out there. So no matter what you are on, this video should hopefully apply to you as well. Let's dive in though and talk about my favorite player props for today's slate in both the NBA and also the MLB. If you are not already on PrizePicks and want to join, you can join using the link down in my description below, and using promo code DOMG can get you a first-time deposit match up to $100. Let's hop in though and talk about the player props for today. If you want to see all of my plays more than the free plays or just what are in these YouTube videos, you can check out my dub club. 6 of the last 9 days have been profitable, so pretty solid. Sending my plays to over 1,200 subscribers right now, which is amazing. So if you want to join my dub club and join those people, the link is down in my description below for that as well. NBA, MLB, and All Access, 3 different tiers if you do want to join. How dub club works is it sends my plays to you via Telegram, email, or Discord if you do want to go ahead and check it out. And finally, before I do talk about my free plays for today, you can follow me on Twitter, DOMG Props. I do giveaways all the time over my Twitter, as well as giving out free trials for my dub club as well once in a while. So if you want to check out my Twitter, there's a bunch of stuff that you guys can get over my Twitter, DOMG Props. That means I drop free plays there sometimes for not just PrizePicks, sometimes other apps, giveaways, and also free trials once in a while as well for my dub club. So if you want to check that out, link is down in my description below for my Twitter as well, or just give me a follow at DOMG Props. Let's dive in though to today's slate. Let's start with the NBA, and then we'll head over to the MLB after that. I feel a little bit better about my MLB than I do my NBA. I do really like my MLB play that I have here, but let's go ahead and talk about the NBA first. Let's go with the NBA. This one isn't a sportsbook play. Sorry for you sportsbook guys, you're probably gonna hate me, but the NBA play is not a sportsbook play, unfortunately. But 3-point attempted right here, 3-point attempted right here. If we scroll down, I like a little bit of Aaron Gordon over 2.5 3-point attempted here. So this is a little bit of a PrizePicks exclusive thing, which it gives you pretty damn good value, I will say. These categories on PrizePicks that are not based off of sportsbooks odds can give you some pretty damn good value, just because it's not based off of sportsbook. They're just looking at like the last couple of games and how Aaron Gordon's been shooting and things like that, or just his attempts and everything like that. That's how they're kind of making these lines, it seems. But Aaron Gordon right here at 2.5 3-point attempts, I like his over here in this one. I'm explaining why I do like this, because he's been seeing an absurd amount of minutes here. You can take a look at his 3-point attempt right here. If you guys can see my cursor, what I'm circling right here, 3-point attempt right here, he's seen a crap ton of minutes, 39 minutes in 3 straight games, and even back in the last 2 years, 34 minutes, 43 minutes, 33 minutes. He's been seeing a crap ton of minutes lately, especially in this series against the Suns. Didn't say this earlier, by the way, but make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk. By the way, always do a little bit of your own research rather than just listening to what I say. Always look at these a little bit more on your own and see if it's something that you do want to play yourself. But Aaron Gordon here, continuing with the explanation for why I do like Aaron Gordon in this one here. Minutes are very good here. When he sees 33 plus minutes, which he should see today, like I said, he's had 33 plus minutes in 5 straight games, including 39 in 3 straight games. When he sees 33 plus minutes, he's actually over this 2.5 3-points attempted in 13 of his last 14 games. 13 of his last 14, which is pretty damn good for sure, man. 13 of his last 14 he's been over this, man. So you can see right here just how many times he's been over this. You have that game against Toronto, which is the game he went under there in his last 14, I do believe. But he should be in a pretty good spot against the Suns here. He's over this in, I believe, 3 or 4 straight games. 3 straight games against the Suns right here. You can see these all three in the series right here. And then even back in March right there, March 31st of 2023, he had 4 3-point attempts right here in 36 minutes. So he's been pretty consistent when it comes to his 3-point attempts. Just has to keep shooting. Just shoot Aaron Gordon, and I'll be pretty happy with this player prop right here. So Aaron Gordon over 2.5 3-points attempted right there is my first player prop of the day. Let's switch over though, switch gears to the MLB. Let's go with the MLB, and then I'm gonna hop over to the pitcher fantasy score. In pitcher fantasy score, I'm gonna scroll down here until we find Michael Kopech. If you're on a sportsbook, I do also like him over 4.5, maybe even 5.5 strikeouts if you can get him at like plus odds. I think he might be a minus 105, which I think is a little bit too much, but I'd like Michael Kopech also over his strikeouts, even though I like his pitcher fantasy score under. And I'm going to explain why I do like this here, because there's a pretty big discrepancy when it comes to his fantasy score and his pitching outs compared to his strikeouts. I think Kopech could potentially get like 7 strikeouts in this game and still end up going under his fantasy score. That's how big of a discrepancy this kind of is right here. And I'm going to explain that in a second here. But Michael Kopech under 28.5 fantasy score. If you don't know how the fantasy score works, we're going to take a look at the scoring chart right here. So MLB, you have the scoring chart right here, and you can see that you get 6 points for a win, 4 points for a quality start. I'll explain all this as I go on. But how I've been doing these fantasy scores, and it's gone pretty damn good for me is I've been comparing these lines to sportsbooks and prize picks and just kind of getting like a projection for the fantasy score, if that kind of makes sense. It's gone very, very well for me so far when it comes to these pitcher fantasy scores for the most part. So Kopech is at minus 150 over 4.5 strikeouts. So we're expecting him to probably be about 5 strikeouts here, although I do also kind of like him over 5 strikeouts. I think he potentially gets 6 strikeouts in this game here. So if he gets 6 strikeouts though, I'm completely fine with that. I'm gonna mark him down for 6 strikeouts, even though he's only a minus 150 over 4.5. I'm gonna give him 18 fantasy score right there, because 6 times 3 is 18, and you get 3 points per strikeout right there, as you can see right there. If we go over to the outs recorded though, for his outs, he's a minus 130 under 16.5. So he's projected to get about 16 outs in this game here, which I think is a pretty strong possibility. If he goes 18 outs, this is gonna miss. But this is what the fantasy score relies on, really. Is it seems like PrizePicks thinks he's gonna get 17 or 18 outs in this game, but he's a minus 130 under those outs right there, which is shifted more to the under, by the way. He was like a minus 115 or something at 16.5 outs earlier. Now it's bumped down to a minus 130 under 16.5 outs. So I really like the spot for him here. That will give him 34 fantasy score right there, and he's a plus 200 to record a win in this game, which is not very favorable right there. I don't think he'll get the win in this game. He does not have a win so far this season. And then he is a plus 100 over 2.5 earned runs. So we'll give him 2 earned runs. That's minus 6 fantasy score. That is 28 fantasy score. And that's giving him a little bit of leeway by getting 6 strikeouts, which he's not projected for. He's projected probably about 5 strikeouts here. He's not getting a quality start because he should not go 18 innings. I gave him 16 outs because he's a minus 130 under 16.5 outs. And he's a plus 100 over 2.5 earned runs. There's a possibility he goes over that even more. There's a possibility he gives up like 3 or 4 earned runs in this game with him being only plus 100. He's a minus 130 under 2.5. So I think he's probably going to give up at least 2 earned runs in this game. And if that all goes well, so that means 6 strikeouts, that means 16 outs, and that also means 2 earned runs, that is 28 fantasy score with a lot of upside for him to give up 3 or 4 earned runs, go under or less than 6 strikeouts, and just not get the quality start and things like that, man. So I'm really liking the spot right here. I think even if he goes, like I said, 6 strikeouts, I still think he possibly goes under this player prop right here, maybe even 7 strikeouts if the earned runs are there. So I like the spot a lot here though for Kopech. It's just, it really depends on those outs right there with him being at 16.5. If he goes 18 outs, it'll kill the prop, it will, but I do really like the spot for Kopech. I forgot to pull this up earlier, by the way, but this is what his fantasy score has been like this season. He's only gone 18 outs twice this season in 6 starts, does not have a win in any of these starts, and is only over his fantasy score in 2 out of 6 games this season. So he's hit this player prop in 4 out of 6, the under. So I do like the spot a lot here for Kopech. I think he was under his fantasy score here. I really like the spot here. Just have to kind of trust in the Cincinnati Reds, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I do think that they can hopefully get this one done here. They do have some mashers on the team, like Jonathan India. I think could probably knock some stuff home, man. Tyler Stephenson is pretty damn good too. So there's a lot of guys on this team that I do like. It's a 9.5 run over-under as well, with Cincinnati being favored. So there's a lot of things that are going pretty well for Cincinnati here, even with them being at home. There's just a lot that I do like about this Michael Kopech prop right here. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully it ends up being a pretty good day today. Really pulling for that 2-0, man. If you guys want to join my dub club, see everything that I'm playing, you guys can check it out. The link is down in my description below. If you want to join PrizePicks, use promo code DOMG. That gets you a first-time deposit match up to $100. And that is pretty much going to do it for today's video. Best of luck tonight. Make sure you play responsibly at your own risk. And I'll hopefully see you guys in tomorrow's video. Best of luck tonight with your player props in both the NBA and MLB. Hopefully it is not the National Blowout Association tonight, because there's been a crap ton of blowouts with the NBA. Really praying that that is not the case today. Hopefully Aaron Gordon sees his minutes. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys.